Relationary Nation, I'm back. It's Kezio, Read and React. So I'm going to react to the latest celebrity relationship news that I already read, but I'm going to come back and let you guys hear my thoughts, okay? Then I'll sprinkle a few important hidden lessons on top. The goal is to get rich from relationship management. Let's go. So, Hollywood movie stars Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are best friends, just to set the stage for everyone. In 2022, Ben married another Hollywood movie star, Jennifer Lopez, after they already dated 20 years ago in the prime of their career, but it didn't work out. So, Matt Damon allegedly has some strong feelings about this Bennifer 2.0, which is what they call in a relationship, the nickname for Ben and Jennifer. And you know what? It's making news all over Hollywood. All right. So what I'm going to do is share my opinion based on research and experience and my perspective. And the point is, I want you all to be prepared when something like this happens to you in your relationship, where your friend and your spouse aren't seeing eye to eye. Okay. So the things they talked about in this this article, I guess you say this story, really painted a rough picture of this situation. Contrary to what you see in pictures and magazines and stuff like it. But hey, show business is always giving you one thing as opposed to what reality is. Okay. So the story says Matt Damon has allegedly driven a wedge into his Hollywood bromance with Ben Affleck, with insiders claiming that he accused Ben Affleck of becoming a brainwashed robot since marrying Jennifer Lopez last year. Crazy, right? So, in my opinion, I noticed that Matt wasn't sloppy with his actions though, okay? So I want everyone to listen closely and see if you notice the most important aspect of what he did. Okay, so Matt's had serious reservations about Bennifer 2.0 since the beginning, snitched an insider to the National Enquirer. He's tried to be publicly supportive for Ben's sake, but the fact is, he hates the way J-Lo treats his buddy and can no longer hold his tongue. The rumored demanding diva, who's 53 years old, and the Good Will Hunting star, who's 51 years old, have been allegedly butting heads over how she controls Ben all the time, ever since they got married last year, despite them breaking it off in 2004 when they were going to get married the first time. Okay, so the demanding diva J-Lo and the Good Will Hunting star Matt Damon, they just keep butting heads. They don't see eye to eye. Ben is caught in the middle. Matt Damon clearly doesn't like the marriage culture, which is a term I just learned from doing some research. The marriage culture that his buddy Ben Affleck and J-Lo have. He doesn't think it's healthy for his main man Ben. And he knows him better than anyone, so he probably is thinking about how the wedding or how the relationship broke off 20 years ago, and he's seeing the same patterns. So he wants to steer his buddy of falling off the cliff again, because who's going to be there to pick up the pieces? It's going to be Matt Damon. So he feels obligated to say something to save his buddy, because we all know that love can blind people. Eve had that song, love is blind and it'll take over your mind. So it's like the senses aren't all there, and Matt Damon probably feels like he can see everything logically because he's not emotionally involved in their relationship. He's not emotionally invested in making sure that the relationship survives. Ben, his best friend, he's in the middle of it. He's in the middle of the storm. He doesn't see what's going on. But then again, clearly Jennifer does something for Ben that is keeping him afloat. Who knows? He probably would be, taking painkillers and drinking whiskey all day, and not holding it together if it wasn't for him being with J-Lo, because J-Lo is known for being super disciplined and about her business. But Matt Damon is seeing it as being controlling. So, but anyways, this next part is actually what I hated the most after reading this article, and it really caught me off guard, not gonna lie. So, quote unquote, it's no secret Ben and J-Lo haven't been getting along since they got married, because he always seems to be in the doghouse with her. Like, he always did something wrong. She's complaining about something. That's what the National Enquirer's insider said. Quote unquote, it's obvious something needs to be changed. But when Matt started giving Ben advice, he totally blew up in his face. What are you doing, man? Mind your business. It's my life. Who knows what he said, but I'm sure there was some pushback, something to that sentiment, And the insider said it's like deja vu for the 53-year-old Jason Bourne star Matt Damon, who broke into showbiz with Ben Affleck in the late 90s after they grew up together in Boston. He's seeing the same pattern again and again and again. And he's like, he doesn't want to leave his man hanging, but then at the same time, it's driving a wedge in between their relationship, as it did back in 2003, 2004. So that's rough, I hate seeing that when the fact that Matt Damon he's trying his best to help, but then he's getting pushed back and he's looking like the bad guy. What's he supposed to do, But at the end of the day, I am my brother's keeper, though. And love can just like love is blind, it also can conquer. Also, his love for his brother, I think, will overcome the conflict. Well, it'll overcome what Ben is going through right now, whether his relationship with J-Lo is good or bad. Either way, something has to give. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote, it feels like history repeating itself, because 20 years ago, Ben and Matt stopped talking for this exact reason, said the insider. But Matt can't keep quiet, even if it means alienating his best friend Ben. He just can't. It's not in him. And some people have something called the warrior gene, and they can't help but fight back and fight against injustice, or fight for the right thing to do, like fight for what they feel is what's right. And that could be Matt's DNA makeup. He does play heroes in a lot of his movies. Quote unquote, seeing his pal out there posing on the red carpet, fake smiling, strutting like he's in love when he really ain't, totally playing up this role as J-Lo's arm candy, like Mr. J-Lo, makes Matt nauseous. He's like, ugh, this mess is fake. All right, he can't stand to see her emasculate Ben. But after Matt called him out on it, Ben just started pulling back. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really messing with his boy Matt like that. So Matt is seeing it as maybe like a masculine thing, according to this insider. Like, bro, you the man. You're a A-lister. You was Batman, as a matter of fact. Wasn't you just Batman? So you really the man. How you J-Lo's arm candy? But J-Lo is a bigger star than him though. But the thing is, Matt Damon is playing it as, oh, she's controlling, she's not good for him. They're always fighting. He's always in the doghouse. She complains about him, being sloppy, leaving clothes all over the floor and not cleaning up after himself, stuff like that. But then that also makes her look controlling. But other people could look at that and see Ben as being undisciplined and needing someone like her in his life so he can get organized and get back on track. and get a healthier diet, and just live a more positive lifestyle. So it could go either way. The point is, when you're Ben and your friend and your spouse aren't getting along, you have to step up and you have to set boundaries, and you have to be a leader and take responsibility for both of your spouse and your best friend's actions, and make sure that the intentions are good, right? So right now it looks like Matt's intentions are good because he doesn't feel like Ben and Jennifer create a positive marriage culture. So that's why he's stepping in, and he doesn't want to see his friend basically emasculated or used as arm candy for someone else's career to make her look like she has this perfect marriage, or like to help her career, because maybe her career is helped by her having an attractive movie star in her bedroom. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's how Matt is seeing it, and he feels like it's like fake, and his boy is being used, and then it's not helping his boy in the long run because they're always arguing. So if that's Matt's approach, then I don't think it's toxic. I think it's worth listening to if you're Ben and you're in the middle of the two fighting, because it sounds like Matt has a good, his intentions are well grounded, and he wants what's best for his friend. It's not about not wanting his friend to be in love, which I've been there before. I've had friends, sometimes your friends don't want you to be in love because they feel like you're gonna stop coming around and you're not gonna be able to spend time with them. So then they're actually not rooting for your love life. But you gotta make sure that if there are any issues, that the issues are based off of the spouse not being right for you, or not adding value to your life, or the spouse being toxic, or y'all not being good together. Then those good intentions are worth listening to. You know what I'm saying? But Ben pulling back from his boy and blowing up in his face, like, come on. Now Ben needs to go and see a counselor and understand. He needs to go see a counselor with Matt Damon, and they need to talk that out with a psychologist or with a therapist, because he's gonna end up losing his best friend, who he's known way longer than he's known his spouse. And then if him and his spouse don't work out, like they already didn't work out 20 years ago, there's not gonna be anyone there for him to lean on, anyone there to pick up the pieces. So he owes Matt Damon at least that much to listen to him, hear him out with an expert in the room, because I'm no expert. I'm just going off of what I've read from experts and what I've heard from experts and what I've been through and learned on my own. Okay. But enough about this story. I actually found more relationship drama that we all can learn from. So hurry back for my next read and react on Relationary TV. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell for notifications if you want more relationship clips. With Kezi, y'all, I'm out.